All right, today I'm going to show you how to set up your community page that you're going to be running all of your ad campaigns from, and you can share copy from Marshall Silver and things that he says or testimonials or your experience at his events on this page. Now, the reason that we set up a community page is for a couple reasons. If you remember a couple years ago, it's about 2017, 2018, there was a lot of changes to the way that Facebook ran the platform. They were getting a lot of flack for being too businessy and promoting too many ads, and they wanted to get back to being a social network. So what they did at that time was they dropped business pages or pages that were labeled as a business or a brand or a service or a product in the algorithm. For more information on the algorithm, make sure that you go back to the organic section where Sid explains exactly how the Facebook algorithm is set up. So Facebook dropped business pages in the algorithm, meaning that they were less likely to show business page content to people who were on Facebook. However, because they wanted it to be a social and a community feel, they encouraged people to be public figures. They encouraged people to be community groups or community pages to promote a feeling of community. And so we want you to create your own community on Facebook where you are sharing tips about mindset, about making millions, about improving your relationships, knowing that it's not an either or world, any of the Marshall-isms that we come to know as we go through Turning Point and the Inner Circle programs. We want you to have a place to share those that allows people to see all this content about Marshall when they first see the ad. Now, if you were one of the coaches that was getting up on stage, we would suggest that you set it up as a public figure and set it up as yourself. However, we know that not everybody going through this program is going to be one of those coaches, and so we want to show you how to set up a community page. So I'm going to share my screen with you today to show you how to do this. I've set up a completely new Facebook account so that I can show you from scratch and to make sure that nothing weird pops up on my screen as we are showing you. So I'm sharing my screen with you now. And so you're going to log into your Facebook and you'll typically have your news feed here. And along the left-hand side here, you're going to have an option to click on pages. Now, when you click on pages, it's going to take you to all the pages that you currently like or pages that Facebook thinks that you might like. We are going to click on Create Page to create our own page. Now, this is where Facebook wants us to make a decision. We can either be a business or a brand, which, as I said before, ranks lower in the Facebook algorithms, or a community or public figure. So we are going to pick community or public figure, click on Get Started, and now we need to think of a name for our page. Depending on the type of content and the type of ads that you particularly want to run is going to determine the name of your page. If you plan to only run your ads to one specific state or one specific area, say you're in New York City and you know that there are plenty of people in New York City alone who could use a trip to Turning Point with Marshall Silver, then you might set up something like the New York City Entrepreneurs Club or the New York City Entrepreneurs Association, New York City Business Networking, whatever it is that you want. If you're looking at a whole state, then you might make it the Texas Business Network or the Texas Entrepreneurs Association. If you're focusing on the entire nation and you want to focus in predominantly on entrepreneurs or business owners, then you might set something up around mindset of entrepreneurs or achieve more success, something like that. If you're looking at the relationship side of things, then you'll want to set up a community page that is specific to improving your relationship. We are going to look predominantly at entrepreneurs in this case. So I'm going to create a page. Let's say I want to keep my targeting open to target anywhere within America or even within Canada. And so I'm going to name this page Entrepreneurs, if I could spell today, Entrepreneurs Seeking Success Mindset for Entrepreneurs. We'll leave it at that. Now I choose the category. I'm just going to choose community, and then we'll click continue. Now, with a community page, just like any other page, you have the option to put in both a profile picture and a cover picture. So there's a couple different websites that I'm going to suggest. The first one is called unsplash.com. This is a royalty-free page where you can find pictures that you don't have to pay for and you don't have to credit the photographer. The other page that we're going to look at is called Pixabay, Pixabay.com. And both of these are royalty-free sites for you to find photos to use as your cover photo and as your profile picture. Now, if I type in entrepreneur here, let's see what kind of pictures I get. Now, for the profile picture, it doesn't really matter which way, whether it's a landscape or a portrait photo. So this one looks pretty cool. We might choose that one. When I click the down arrow, it will just download for me. Over on Pixabay, I can type in entrepreneur and see what I get. I like this one a lot more, so I'm going to choose this one to free download. I'm going to download it in the highest that there is. So free download. They will show you Shutterstock photos because Pixabay is associated with Shutterstock. Just keep in mind, Shutterstock, you do have to pay for a photo, or at least for a membership. Now, with the cover photo, we do want the cover photo to be landscape or horizontal to make sure that it covers the full space. So we're going to look for a photo. We've got an entrepreneur photo, so we might look for success now and see what comes up for success. And just make sure those pictures are downloading. Facebook is going a little bit slow today. So we might go a photo like this of this person jumping in the air. And so we'll download that one. All right, so now I can come back to Facebook. I can upload the picture that I have selected. Now those are still uploading, so we'll just go with this one for now. I'm not actually going to use this page. This is just for the demonstration. So just make sure that the name that you're picking for the photo is going to match the ads. If you plan on running an ad for improving your relationship and an ad for entrepreneurs, then you might want to find a title that suits both. or you might want to set up 2 separate pages and run them from the same account just to see which one gives you better traction. Wi-Fi is nice and slow today for us. So we're going to upload the cover photo. Now this is the page that you're going to use for your organic Facebook strategy as well. You'll use a combination of your personal page and this page for your organic strategy that Sid has laid out in the earlier modules for you. All right, so this will show us soon exactly how the page looks. You can add a description to the page. You don't need to add a whole lot of other information to the page. I would recommend putting some content on the page so that if people happen to click through to the page after they see your ad, that there is some content there relating to Marshall Silver so they know exactly what they're signing up for. I'll just refresh this page. Now you can set up a username here, which means if you want to direct people to your page, they would just type in www.facebook.com/whatever the username is that you put in here. So I will set this up to be Success Mindset for Entrepreneurs. It will tell me if that's available. If there's a red X here, that means it's not available. Normally it shows a green check mark if it is available. There it is. So that is available, so I can hit create username. Sometimes Facebook gets a little bit funny. Attempt that again. Also a good idea to have a secondary account that you can manage this Facebook page from. So set up a secondary email and give yourself admin access to the page just in case something ever happens to your primary personal page, you don't lose access to this page. That's not super important. What I do want to show you is that this cover photo didn't upload properly. So what we can do is we can choose that photo again, and then Facebook will just allow us to reposition the photo so that we can show more of it, more of what we want of it on the page. Let it do its thing thinking. Then we can just drag it to reposition so that we actually see the men and hit save. Now you can hit add a button here if you want people to be able to easily email you or call you. If you want them to contact you, they can send a message, they can call you, they can send an email, whatever it is that you'd like. I typically just click send a message, hit next, and then they'll send me a message on Messenger and hit finish. So that is how to set up a community page. Let's see if it'll let us set up a username one more time, or if the internet's too slow today. All right, so we'll just leave that for today. That is how you set up a community page on Facebook. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up a business manager on Facebook, which is where we're going to run all of your ads from.